Charlie Watts never wanted to be a rock star. While the Rolling Stones tore through decades of excess, scandal, and chaos, the man holding it all together sat quietly behind his drum kit, elegant, composed, and completely indifferent to the circus surrounding him. And only after he was gone did Mick Jagger finally open up about what that quiet man truly meant to the band. When Charlie Watts passed away on August 24, 2021, at a London hospital, the Stones faced an existential question. Could they continue without him? Before his death, Charlie had already arranged an answer. He personally requested that drummer Steve Jordan take his place on the No Filter tour, determined to keep the band moving even from the end. The remaining members honored that wish, stepping back on stage under the immense emotional weight of losing the person who had anchored them for more than 50 years. Mick Jagger broke his public silence during an appearance on The Howard Stern Show that September, describing Charlie as the heartbeat of the group, a stabilizing force unlike anyone else in the band. That description only deepened over time. When the Stones released their 2023 studio album Hackney Diamonds, their first collection of new original material in nearly 2 decades, 2 drum recordings Charlie had made before his death were preserved and woven into the finished record. It was a deliberate act of tribute, keeping his presence alive in the music one final time. What made Charlie so different? Everything, really. While his bandmates built reputations around rebellion and indulgence, Charlie arrived every night in a handmade Savile Row suit, played his part with minimalist precision, and quietly went back to wherever he'd rather be. He had no interest in extended drum solos or competing for the spotlight. His philosophy was simple. The drummer exists to support the song, not to steal it. His personal life reflected the same values. He married Shirley Ann Shepherd in 1964, shortly before Stones mania swept the world, and that marriage remained intact until his final days. When the band visited Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion, his bandmates dove into the party. According to reports, Charlie found the games room and spent the evening playing video games alone. The story captures him perfectly. The 1980s tested all of that. Crushing tour pressures and a serious breakdown in the relationship between the band's 2 central figures pushed Charlie into a destructive period. From 1983 to 1986, he struggled with heroin and alcohol addiction, a chapter he later described as the most dangerous time of his life. Notably, he recovered without public fanfare or high-profile treatment. He simply stopped, quietly and entirely on his own terms. A 1984 incident in Amsterdam has been retold many times over the years, with dramatic details that include a physical altercation between Charlie and Mick. Both men have publicly disputed those accounts. Mick Jagger himself confirmed that while a serious confrontation over boundaries and hierarchy did take place, the more sensationalized versions were significantly embellished for dramatic effect. In 2004, Charlie was diagnosed with throat cancer. The band immediately suspended recording and touring commitments while he underwent treatment at the Royal Marsden Hospital. He recovered by the end of that year, and when he returned to the kit, something had shifted. The remaining members seemed to understand more clearly than ever what they stood to lose. He was never the loudest voice in the room. He was something rarer, the steadiest one. And as Mick Jagger has since acknowledged, that kind of quiet authority is almost impossible to replace. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe. There are more fascinating stories behind the music waiting for you.